Can you all solve the next one for me? October 1st, 1995 falls on which day? Siddharth is asking whether it is Sunday. Okay. Others? I have 68 people, so I need to get 68 answers. Yes, so first I write date, which is 1. Then I write the code for October, which is again 1. Then I have code for 1995, which is 0. So 1995, last 2 digit will be 95. I write 95 here. So 95 by 4 will give me 23.75. So I write 23. Now you have 120 as the answer. So 120 by 7 will give you a remainder to be 1. And 1 stands for Sunday, and your answers are right. Yeah, so now you can see that the previous year which I solved was 1994. Here it is 1995. Both are non-leap years. Now, what if a leap year is given? When a leap year is given, you will be performing the same steps. You will be taking the same steps, same procedure, no difference. But there's one thing that you have to note down, that is, for leap years, if the month given is January or February, for a leap year, if the month given is January or February, then you follow the same steps, same like the other problems, but it will be final answer minus 1. Final answer minus 1. So in leap year only for the months January and February. If it is any other months, it will be same like the one which you have taken, that is the steps that you have followed in the previous problem. But when it comes to leap year, and if they have given you January and February, then you follow the same steps, but it will be final answer minus 1. So I've quoted an example, that is, if in case your answer is like Tuesday and given year is like leap year, for month January or February, you take it to be minus 1, you get it as Monday. So Tuesday, that is 3 minus 1, which is 2, and you get to be Monday. Let's solve a problem here. 14th January 1996. So when I say 14th January 1996, I write 14 first. Then January code is 1. 1996 code is 0. Last 2 digits, it will be 96. So 96 by 4 will give me 24. I write it. Now when I add this up, I get the answer to be 135. So 135 by 7 will give me the remainder 2. 2 stands for Monday, but It is month given is January and the year is also leap year, so it will be 2 minus 1, which is nothing but Sunday. So you will be solving the next problem for me, and here it goes. Okay. Akshay, whether it is Saturday or Monday or combination of both? Yes. So I write 21 first. February month code is 4. Then 2000 code is 6. Then I have last two digits, which is 0 and 0. So 0 by 4 would give me 0. Okay, I have the combination of answers here: Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, let's see. So 0 0 by 4 is nothing but 0. When I add this up, I get 31. So 31 by 7 will give me the remainder to be 3. So according to you, the answer will be Tuesday, but here the year given is leap year and the month is February. So the condition applies here. So 3 minus 1, which is nothing but 2, and 2 stands for Monday. So those who have given me the answer to be Tuesday, do not forget to check this condition, that is the given year is leap year and month is February. So you have the given final answer -1. So any doubts in this first type of problem where a date, month and year is given and you are supposed to find the day? Any doubts in this? So how is calendars? Okay, let's go for second type of problem, and that is nothing but finding leap years in century years. Finding leap years in century years. So here this is how your question will be framed. How many leap years are there in 400 years? How many leap years are there in 400 years? So here you have only two steps to be followed. That is, first step is any given year divided by 4 and check what is the quotient. Here the given year is 400. So I go with my first step, that is 400 by 4. I see what is the year what is the answer that I get, and it's nothing but 400. Now you need to find how many century years are there in 400 years. So you have 100, 200, 300, and you have 400. Okay, so when it comes to 100, 200, 300, 400, so as I have told you, the year, that is century year, should be also divisible by 400 to be a leap year. So let's check with 100. Obviously it's not divisible by 400. Then comes to 200, it's not divisible by 400. So 300 not divisible by 400. So here 100, 200, 300, sorry for the noise. So you have 100, 200, 300. These are century years and these are non-leap years. These are non-leap years, but 400 is a leap year. So you need to see how many non-leap year century years are there. You have 1, 2 and 3. So what do? 100 minus 3. Why do I do this step? Because 100, 200, 300, they are divisible by 4, but we do not consider them to be a leap year, right? So they are included in this 100 which we have got as the answer. We need to take them out. So we are doing 100 minus 3, which is nothing but 97. I'll solve one more problem for you all. Even after that, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, we have the next problem here, that is how many leap years are there in 600 years. So you have your first step, which is nothing but given year by 4, you get 150. Now when I say 600 years, so you have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So 6 century years. Out of these, how many are non-leap years? You have 1, 2, 3, 400 is a leap year, do not count it. 500, 600. So you have 5 non-leap year century years, right? So 150 minus 5 will give you the number of leap years in 600 years. Can you all check for 800 years? Vivek, 394, or it was a typo? Okay, nice. So you have 800 years by 4, so you get 200. Now you need to see how many non-leap year century years are there. So you know 400 is a leap year, 800 is a leap year. Out of 8 century years, 2 are leap years. So obviously 6 will be non-leap years. So 200 minus 6 will give you 194 as the answer. 194 as the answer. So it is Y6. Y6 because 100, 200, 300. 400 is a leap year. 500, 600, 700. So you have 6 years which are non-leap years. So you're just subtracting 6. So 200 minus 6 will give you 194. Is this concept clear? Can you all check how many non-leap years, leap years are there in 1200 years? I'm sorry for the noise that is there. Yeah, so the answer will be 291. Yes, so you have 1200 by 4, which is nothing but 300. So when I say 1200, you have 400, 800, 1200. So these are the leap years. So other than that will be non-leap years. So 9 non-leap years are there. So 300 minus 9 will give you 291. So repetition of calendars we have already seen, that is, we divide a given year by 4 and check what is the remainder. If it is 0, we do minus 28 or plus 28 for future, minus 28 for past, and here it is plus or minus 11. Then comes plus or minus 6 for the remainder 1. Again for 2 it is plus or minus 11. Let's solve some exercise problems. You have a general problem here. If 9th of the month falls on the day preceding Sunday, then on what day will 1st of the month fall? It's a general question. Likith is telling it's Friday. Okay, so some say it's Friday, some say it is Thursday, others. Okay, so here it's told that 9th of the month falls on the day preceding Sunday. So day preceding Sunday is nothing but Saturday. So if for example, so I say today is Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday, and I say date is 10th. If I want to know what's the date on next Wednesday, what would I do? I do plus 7, right? I do plus 7. Same concept you apply here. 9th falls on Saturday. They are asking you for first. So you do 9 minus 7, you go to previous Saturday. So previous Saturday it was 2nd. So if first, 2nd is on Saturday, then obviously 1 falls on Friday. So it is just plus 7 minus 7 concept, plus 7 and minus 7 concept. So you want to know the dates of future weeks, you will go with plus 7. You want to know the dates of past week, then you go for minus 7. The same concept you can apply here and you get the answer to be Friday. You have the next one. Okay, On 5th December 1993, Nirmala and Raju celebrated their anniversary on Sunday. What will be the day on their anniversary in 1994? You have got two answers. Okay, so here always keep one thing in mind. Here they tell you 5th December 1993, Nirmala and Raju celebrated their anniversary on Sunday. Okay, here the data given is right, but there are chances that they tell you 5th December 1993 falls on Monday, but actually it falls on Sunday. Okay, they'll not tell you that. They'll tell you 5th December 1993 falls on Monday. So your first step when you see these kind of questions is check whether the data given is right. For example, if I give you as Monday instead of Sunday, which means what I have done? I have done actual answer plus 1. Right? I have done actual answer plus 1 and I have given you the data. So what does it mean? Even you need to do that plus 1 for the final answer that you will be having. So check with the data given first. Here the data given is right, but you need to check with the data. There can be modifications like plus 1, minus 1 or plus 2, all of these. These can be done. So you feel that it is modified, data is modified, then you need to modify your answer. So 5th December falls on Sunday. I check for 5th December 1997. I write 5 first. December code is 6. 1997 code is 0. You have last two digits which is 97. 97 by 4 will give me 24 point. And then you have to add this. So you get the answer to be 132. So 132 by 7 will give you a remainder 6 and 6 falls on Friday. Okay, you can solve this without the calculation as well. Can you all check? It was Sunday on Jan 1 2006. What was the day of the week on Jan 1 2010? Vivek says it's Friday. Yes. So I can go with two methods. Let me tell you the general method first. As you all know the code method, let me tell you the general method first. So when I say Jan 1 2006 falls on Sunday, if I'm asking you for same date, same month, but next year, it will be just plus 1, day plus 1. So Jan 1 2007 falls on Monday, but when it is leap year it will be plus 2. This is the thing that you have to keep in mind. So when it is Jan 1 2008, 2008 is a leap year, so what do? Plus 2. So Monday plus 2, you get it as Wednesday. Then you have 2009, which is Thursday. 2000